Good afternoon, everyone. So, children, are you eager to know what happens further in the story, The King of the Golden River? Let's continue with part 2 of the story. Do y'all remember the characters of the story? Squats, Hands, also known as Black Brothers, and the youngest of the three brothers, Gluck. The strange visitor, Southwest Wind Esquire. So let's listen to the story. The King of the Golden River, Part 2. Southwest Wind was true to his word. True to one's word, did exactly as one promised. He did not return to the Treasure Valley after that night. Neither did any other wind. So there was no rain. Nothing grew in Treasure Valley anymore. The brothers made no profits. The wicked brothers then began to make money by selling gold. They melted in a furnace the gold articles they had. Furnace means a container which is heated to very high temperature to melt things. They mixed a lot of copper in it and sold the mix as pure gold. So copper is a shiny metal but is inexpensive. So they mixed copper in gold and sold it by saying that it is pure gold. Again, they made poor Gluck work in a furnace while they spent the money on themselves. And who was made to do this work? Yes, Gluck. Soon all the gold in the house was spent. Only one thing was left, a beautiful golden mug that belonged to Gluck. Gluck's uncle had given it to him when he was a baby. Gluck used to drink both milk and water from it. A strange, bearded face was delicately carved on the mug. Delicately means carefully. Gluck was very fond of the mug. That is, Gluck used to like this mug very much. He did not want to part with it. He did not want it to lose this mug. But his wicked brothers only laughed at him and threw the mug in the furnace. They asked Gluck to pour the gold when the mug was melted and went out on some wicked enterprise. So the brothers put the golden mug in the furnace to melt and they went out for some wicked enterprise. Enterprise means activity or business. Sadly, Gluck sat down to watch over the mug being melted. So Gluck was very sad seeing his mug getting melted in the furnace. But strangely, after some time, he began to hear a voice singing from the furnace. He lifted the lid of the crucible, and what did he see? The face of his old bearded friend on top of the melted gold. Crucible means a container in which something is heated to a very high temperature. "Come, Gluck, my boy," said the voice from the crucible. "Pour me out. I am too hot." Gluck was too astonished. Astonished means very surprised. But he took hold of the crucible and tilted it to pour the gold. Tilted means moved into a position where one side is higher than the other. Just like how we want to pour water from a bottle to a glass, we tilt the bottle. Same way, he tilted the crucible to pour the gold out of it. Instead of gold, a golden dwarf came out of the pot. Dwarf means an imaginary creature that looks like a small man. His was the face carved on Gluck's mug. "Pray, sir," said Gluck, rather hesitatingly, "were you my mug?" Pray means please. "I am the king of what you called the Golden River," the Golden Dwarf told him. He added that another stronger king had turned him into a mug by magic. So the Golden Dwarf is saying that he was turned into a mug by some other stronger king. Gluck had freed him from that enchantment. Enchantment means effect of magic. And who freed him from that magic? Gluck, by throwing the mug in the furnace. The Golden Dwarf went on to say that he had seen how kind Gluck was and how wicked and cruel his brothers were. So the Golden Dwarf knew how his brothers were so cruel, and Gluck was a very kind person. Then he told Gluck a secret. If anyone poured 3 drops of holy water into the river where it started on the mountain top, the river would turn to gold for that person. A person could try this only once. That means only one time. And if anyone put unholy water in the river, he would be turned into a black stone. So if a person puts unholy water in the river, will be turned into a black stone. So saying, the dwarf jumped back into the furnace and disappeared. After saying this, the dwarf went back into the furnace and disappeared. When Gluck told this to his brothers, they did not believe him at first and beat him. So immediately Gluck told his brothers about this secret, but they did not believe and started to beat Gluck. But Gluck stuck to his story. Stuck to his story means did not change his story and kept repeating it. So at last they believed him and began to fight over who should have the first chance to go to the Golden River. They fought so much that the policeman came to see what had happened. Hans ran away when the police came, but Squats was caught and put in prison. So the police caught Squats and put him in prison, and Hans ran away. Hans was happy that Squats was in prison. The very next morning he went to the church, stole some holy water and set off for the mountain. So Hans went to the church next morning and he stole holy water from the church, and he started climbing the mountain. It was not easy to climb the mountain. He was tired and thirsty. Soon Hans thought he would drink some of the holy water himself. Just as Hans raised the flask of water to his lips, he saw a little puppy on a rock. It looked as if it was dying of thirst. Hans only pushed the animal away with his foot, drank some water himself, and passed on. So Hans did not give water to the puppy, but he himself drank the water and continued climbing the mountain. The climb now became more difficult. Hans felt thirsty again. He was going to drink some more of the So Hans was going to drink some more of the water when he saw a little child on a rock ahead of him. The child was lying lifeless, its lips parched and burning. Parched means very dry. So even the child was very thirsty lying in that place. So what did Hans do? Yes, he ignored the child. Hans drank some more water himself and passed on. So he did not give water to the child, but he himself drank and continued walking. The climb had now become very difficult. Somehow Hans reached the top of the mountain from where the golden river sprang. So finally he reached on the top of the mountain. A faint cry fell on his ears. Then he saw a weak old man stretched on a rock. "Water," the man said, "water, I am dying." "I have no water for you," replied Hans. He jumped over the old man's body and ran to the river. The sun was about to set. The river shone golden in the light of the setting sun. Hans threw the flask of holy water into the river. But alas, the river did not turn to gold. Instead, there was only a black stone where Hans stood. When Squats returned from prison, he took some of Gluck's money and bought some holy water from a bad priest and set out for the Golden River. Now Squats was released from the prison, so he went to a bad priest and purchased some holy water and started to climb the mountain. While climbing the mountain, Squats too saw the fair child dying of thirst and passed on without giving him water. So even Squats met a child who was very thirsty, but he did not give water to the child and went on. As he climbed a little higher, he saw his own brother Hans stretched on a rock, asking for water. So little ahead he saw his own brother Hans. But the wicked Squats only laughed aloud and went on without giving him any water. So when Squats saw his own brother Hans lying there in thirst, he did not help him and he continued walking. Alas, when he cast the flask into the stream, he too was turned to stone. When Scots reached the place where the river started, even he threw the flask, but the river did not turn to gold, and he was too turned to stone. Now who was waiting for both the brothers? Gluck. Gluck waited and waited for his brothers, but they did not return. At last, he decided to visit the Golden River himself. So now Gluck decided to go to the Golden River. He went to a good priest who willingly gave him some holy water. So even he went to a priest and took some holy water. Gluck was young and small, and he too found the climb very difficult. After he had climbed for an hour or so, he became very thirsty. He was about to drink some water when, like his brothers, he saw an old man. So even when Gluck was climbing the mountain, he got very tired and thirsty. The old man walked towards Gluck, leaning on a staff, and asked for some water. Staff, a long thick stick. So the old man came walking very slowly towards Gluck and asked for some water. Gluck saw that the old man was pale, tired and thirsty. So he gave him the bottle of water. The old man drank up nearly 2/3 of the water. Then he returned the bottle and wished Gluck well. So Gluck helped the old man by giving him water to drink. After drinking the water, the old man wished him best wishes. Gluck did not have any water himself, so Gluck did not drink water. But as he went on, his path became easier. After climbing for a long time, when he became thirsty, he saw the small child. So after a long time while climbing the mountain, Gluck saw a small child. Gluck was sorry for him and gave him some water. The child began to smile, got up and ran down the hill. Now only a few drops of water were left in the bottle. Why only few drops were left? Because the old man drank, he also gave it to the child. When Gluck came closer to the mountain top, he was very thirsty himself. Now Gluck became thirsty. Just then he saw the poor little pup that was dying of thirst. So even Gluck saw the puppy was dying of thirst. I must help it now, thought Gluck. Otherwise it may be too late. So he poured the remaining drops into the little dog's mouth. So Gluck took the bottle and whatever water was left in the bottle, he put it in the puppy's mouth. The dog sprang up and in his place stood the king of the Golden River. He was very pleased with Gluck. So the puppy was changed into the king of the Golden River. Remember the dwarf who came out of the crucible? Yes, the puppy was turned into the king of the Golden River. And he was very pleased because he saw how Gluck helped everyone. The king knew there was no water in his bottle. So what did the king do? The king put in Gluck's bottle some dew drops from the petals of a lily. So there were some lily flowers. From that petals, there were some dew drops over it. He poured that dew drops into Gluck's bottle. Then he told Gluck to cast it into the leaping river. Then the king told him to put that water into the river. Gluck did so, but the river did not turn to gold. So in spite of doing what the king had told, the river did not turn to gold. But what happened to the river? Let's listen to it. However, it changed its course and began to flow through the treasure valley, making it rich and fertile once again. It changed its course means the direction of the river, which was not flowing to the treasure valley, started flowing through the treasure valley. And because of the water flowing in the treasure valley, it made that place rich and fertile. Once again, the crops and fruits and vegetables started growing in that place. Gluck lived happily in the valley, helping the poor and the needy. His barns were always full of corn, and he never lacked for money. So Gluck continued living a happy life as well as helping the poor and the needy in his place. And he never lacked for money. He always had money to help the poor. Now children, this is a story written by John Ruskin. It is simplified, it is made short and given in a textbook, The King of the Golden River. I hope you all enjoyed listening to the story. So children, let's begin with our written work. So take a fresh page in your English notebook. You can also refer to page 86 for the exercise. Then write today's date, the name of the lesson, lesson 35, The King of the Golden River, part 2. Question 1, meanings. Children, you can also refer to page 85 of your textbook for the meanings. Enterprise, activity, business. Crucible, a container in which something is heated to a high temperature. Tilted, moved into a position where one side is higher than the other. Pray, please. Dwarf, an imaginary creature that looks like a small man. Enchantment, effect of magic. Parched, very dry. Staff, a long, thick stick. Question 2. Describe the following in short. The golden mug. Answer. The golden mug was beautiful. A strange face was delicately carved on the mug. It belonged to Gluck and was made of pure gold. Question 3. Which of the characters in the story do you like the most? If you could meet that character in person, what questions would you ask? Answer. I liked Gluck because he was kind and helpful person. If I had to meet him in person, I would ask him, Gluck, will you teach me to be kind and loving like you? So that was all in this lesson, The King of the Golden River. Thank you, class. Take care.